Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another video. I don't really know what to call this. This is my weekly update. I don't know. I thought about some fancy names like Wesley's Weekly something, WWW, but then I was like, no, that I don't like that. So if you have any ideas, I'm open to it. You can comment below and let me know what you think. But yeah, this week the Lord's just really been put on my heart what it means to be a friend of God. And mainly what it means, the difference between knowing about him and knowing him. It can get so easy to get caught up. Even like I shared last week about knowing the gospel in my head, but not really letting it penetrate and go in my heart. And I feel like a lot of times, even as Christians, our relationship with the Lord can be the same way, that we know more about him than we know him personally. Does that make sense? Like, it sounds weird, but it's this thing of, it's like if you may know a lot about a celebrity, but that doesn't mean you're friends with them, right? You have these people who are like, they stand in lines for a concert because they're obsessed with, a celebrity or a singer, and they know everything about them. They know their favorite color, their birthday, their first pet's name, their mother's maiden name. I don't know, all their security questions for their bank account. They know all of that, but yet they don't actually know them. Like, if they were to walk up to them, they would have to introduce themselves. And so there's this crazy thing about how we can know so much about God and even be able to know about his nature, but not actually be friends with him, not actually know who he is, to the extent where whenever we're in his presence, we feel like we're with a friend, but rather we feel like we're with a celebrity almost, of like, let me introduce myself, And the Lord's just been stirring me up into this deeper place of being a friend of God. Like, we see Moses in the Old Testament was a friend of God. He saw him face to face, which is crazy because it's the Old Testament. And it's, in the Old Testament, it's like if you see God, you're going to die. But yet Moses saw him face to face because he was his friend. And you have people like David and people all through the Bible that really know God. And we see this relationship that goes far beyond knowledge. It's I guess what we would call experiential knowledge, right? You see David in the Psalms, he's not just writing off of knowledge, brain knowledge, head knowledge. He's writing off of experience with God. And I think a lot of times we can get so caught up in even reading the Bible for the sake of knowing about God. And that's really actually been a big thing this week that the Lord's just been putting on my heart, is not to read the Bible to receive knowledge necessarily, even though we do receive knowledge. And there is definitely time to study and meditate. And I'm all for, I totally love word studies and just diving in and what does this word mean and when is it used, how is it used, and why is it used? I love that. But if that's all that I do, then I'm only getting to know about the Bible in its form, but without the Spirit. And so I've just been in this place of being stirred of like, Lord, I want to know you experientially and in the Spirit, and know who you are as a friend, and not just who you are as in your nature or what you will do or did or could do, like there's a big difference. So anyways, yeah, just part of that journey is just coming like a little child, just coming to the Lord like a child and saying, Lord, here I am, let's be friends. I think childlike faith is a beautiful thing. And it literally is that simple, just coming to the Lord and saying, hey, let's be friends. You already know me, but let me, what do you want to know, Jesus? And then just coming to him and saying, I want to know you and I want to know you deeper. And part of that is silence and waiting for him, and not just, always praying from our own heart, but actually seeing what he has to say and what he wants to share. And what I've been doing this week is asking the Lord big questions, not big, I don't know how to describe big, that might not be the right word, but questions that are out of the box, not like, about a specific thing, but like, Lord, what was on your heart when, Adam sinned? Like, we read in the Bible that God was saddened, but it's like, Lord, what was on your heart? Or what were you thinking whenever, or like really just asking him questions and even seeing through the Bible, you can read the Bible and see those answers, but really looking at them as a person and as a friend and as God himself, 100%, Jesus, 100% man, 100% God, and not just as a deity that I'll never know and can never experience, but really like, Lord, I want to know you through that. So yeah, that's my quick little 5.5-minute video just about being a friend of God and knowing him, not just knowing about him. So I hope this blesses you.